Welcome back, whoever will be joining later or live or recorded. I have a guest today, my beautiful friend Alinочка, or
Hello.
official name is Andrea Alina. And
Mhm.
yeah, we have a conversation. We just have a little bit of a girl time today, which is always a treat for me, and I know that you will enjoy this. We actually have been having a discussion about the upcoming Valentine's Day and um, wanted to touch on the concepts. We have so many opinions on this, and some people say, oh, this is just another commercialized um, way to get people to spend, and the other side would say that it's a beautiful holiday. It's nice to have some romance and celebrate love and celebrate each other. And so yeah, we just want to talk about this today, and some more classic views and modern views, and just have a little bit of fun. So, I want to ask my beautiful guest, what does she think about the Valentine's holiday and um, holidays of this kind in general? Do you think that it's commercialized and unnatural, or like a marketing manipulation, or do you believe that it's something else? It's celebrating romance or something like that.
I think it's a great opportunity to celebrate romance and love and romantic love. Just like Mother's Day is a great opportunity to um, celebrate moms, and same with Father's Day. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great opportunity to celebrate romantic love, and especially from a man to his lady. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a great chance to make her feel special, and to um, revive the spark of love, and we all like to feel appreciated and
Mm-hmm.
special, and it's very very nice when someone put thought on a gift or on a special surprise, and it doesn't have to do so much with um, buying a
Mm-hmm.
specific gift that is um, very expensive. But of course, why would you buy whatever cheap gift that you haven't even thought of, think of, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
reality. When you give a present to someone, it has to have some thought on it, so that is the point, that the receiving person feels appreciated, and like the other person actually care to know what she liked or what she will appreciate. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so beautiful. It can really spark a relationship a lot. That's actually one
Mm-hmm.
of the main love languages, gifts.
Yes.
So I don't think it's a commercial construct or anything like that. Otherwise, Mother's Day is the same, and Christmas is the same. And if you live like that, it to me is a little bit of living with a negative
Mm-hmm.
outlook on
Well,
beautiful things.
it's a comfortable position. You can just say, "Oh, this is all manipulation. Let me give you nothing."
Exactly. That is great as an excuse, but it's not even great. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sad to say that. But
Mm-hmm.
we know that many men in this case love to put that excuse, so that
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to do the effort to get their ladies something
Mm-hmm.
nice and for
I
this.
would be laughing if a beautiful lady said, "Yeah, I think it's a commercial manipulation."
Exactly.
You know, I think okay, to be fair, I would say that obviously, of course, marketing and companies and corporations are definitely going to use it as an excuse to push their product. But the thing is, like you just said, you need to understand and know the person you're with, the lady you're with, and then you don't care what gets marketed. You don't have to go for whatever is somebody trying to sell you, but you can find something, whatever that is, to make something pleasant for the woman that you claim you love. Nobody is forcing anybody to do anything. I think occasions like this, it's really a test, whether the person you're with is a thoughtful person. We had such a beautiful discussion on this today earlier on my Instagram. But we doing this again for YouTube. And yes, I think if there is any opportunity that we can show care and love and thoughtfulness, and for us women, we are so much more sensitive. We are so much like, love is like oxygen for us to feel loved. And so I think that's why usually on Valentine's Day, it's usually the men who prepare, surprises and beautiful things. I think it's probably a reward for the intangible but magical things that women give to men, without sometimes even knowing. I think it's, if you're with a man who does not want to celebrate you, who doesn't want to make you smile, who doesn't not want you to be like a child, excited. I think that's probably, it's less again about, like you said, about particular gift. It's more of that, is this person, is this man who is really in love with you, if he wants to avoid an occasion.
Exactly. It's and also in my view, it says a lot about a person too, because how how hard it is to put effort on something that it's supposed to be important because it's your personal life, and having this negative outlook or of you can always twist everything to a negative view, so such
Yes,
as putting the
yes.
excuse that, oh, it's a
Mhm,
commercial thing, it's all for Macy's and blah blah blah. No, like it has nothing to do with that. It's just a way of twisting it in a negative perspective. And we also appreciate men that are efficient in everything pretty much. So if a man cannot manage to make a nice gift that is appropriate for you,
mhm.
how can he manage to do other easier or more difficult things in life? So it's
Yes.
also,
Mhm,
like I always say, how you do something is how you do everything. So if something
mhm,
so quite simple, it's hard for a man to do, how is he going to perform in other areas? It's
mhm.
that's the first thing, the first concern I will have.
Yes, that he does not prepare. Yeah, I agree with that as well. But I love what you said in a different life when we were talking earlier today. I like you said, you really, need to know and understand the person, because uh it can be completely different experiences. There could be a person that really, not into fashion, which I don't know anybody who's not, from my friends, from my girls, that. But but sometimes, maybe you were dreaming to go somewhere or do something, and sometimes it could be so simple, but you have to have a desire to know. The problem with most people, that and most relationships that fail, is that people don't want to know. They don't want to know. They just would say, yeah, I have, they don't plan ahead, and then when times comes, they become stressed out, and then they feel so bad, and you don't want them to feel bad about it, and they're like, oh, I didn't know what to get you. I don't know what. It's it's the absolute worst, I think, when you see men unprepared, and you realize, all the time you spend with him, all the love you give him, all the um, it's just something the things that man receive from a woman, if he's straight, he cannot receive from anybody else. You know, it's the place where you can be show your vulnerability. You can just really recharge your batteries. There was a feminine presence, and I think it's only natural to have that beautiful exchange. Meanwhile, we have some comments, and I don't mean to ignore you guys. I'm going to read a few of your comments. Welcome, everybody. If you're new, welcome to our discussion. We talked today about Valentines, and all opinions are welcome as long as they are respectful. So I have Devil Dribble. Okay. I'm so glad my girlfriend is simple. I bought her a card, flowers, wine, and I'm taking her for street food. She's excited. She doesn't need much. Simple women. I see nothing wrong with that. If that's what. Uh,
This is not alcohol, by the way. It's my healthy drink.
Thank you for clarifying.
Clarify.
It's important because we laugh so much that it may appear that we are not well. But the thing is, Andrea and I, we when we talk, it's sometimes dangerous because we do laugh a lot.
Yes.
But yes, I don't know if I'm teaching, but I'm just sharing perspective. I had this channel for so long, and I really was helping men to understand women's mentality, because it's something that you don't learn in school, but sometimes it's helpful. And yeah, so to this last comment, what do you think, Andrea, about ladies who enjoy the simple things and it makes them happy?
I think we are all ladies, we are very similar, at least from my experience. Every time I talk to not just my friends, but to every woman, we more or less appreciate and like the same and dislike the same. So
Mm-hmm.
while we can be simple, and I agree that a romantic walk in the beach or a street food trip can be very fun and very meaningful, that doesn't mean that you don't appreciate a little extra effort or a lot. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
personally, I don't know any woman that
Mm-hmm.
don't appreciate the extra mile, the extra
Mm-hmm.
um, thought, the extra effort. Um, I think you can be a simple woman and still appreciate um, a very unexpected, nice gift, for example, or
Mm-hmm.
something a little bit more special than what's ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a single woman that doesn't appreciate that, including simple woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's also important for men to don't become too comfortable, even if they think
Mm-hmm.
that their lady is simple. Um, it never hurts to do a little extra effort uh, to make her happy, and yeah, just for the sake of
Mm-hmm.
making her feel more cared for and more loved.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. I think I would agree, and especially if you have a lady that happy from anything you do, that just tells you that she has a great attitude. It's also, I think, depends on how old somebody is, because when you're a student, when you're 19 years old, is different when you are 29, for example, or 39 or whatever. It depends where you are at in life and so on. But I would say that it is always a pleasure to make gifts from somebody who will appreciate. I notice in my life is there are people that I can't wait. I don't really even need occasion. I want to surprise them with something. You have this very strong desire to do it, and sometimes with kids, because whatever you're going to bring, they're gonna go wild about it. And it's a beautiful attitude. It's a beautiful attitude to have. And also, I don't want to go into argument about it, because this particular viewer is saying that our gifts to each other is our time. And you know what? If it makes you both happy, if I don't know how long you know somebody and so on. Um, I had times in my life when time was the best gift. I mean, I had actual gifts, but sometimes when you're in a long distance relationship or something like that, and you really love somebody, the person is already um has been already doing things for you, but you have not seen them. So you had the gifts, you know, maybe you had received things in mail, but one thing that you wanted the most is spend time. So I think it really depends. We are actually not here to convince, we just here to discuss. DR is saying interesting Slavic accent. I think it's about you, Andrea.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know
I'm
which
a,
one.
I'm a Slavic race in Spain, so maybe that's why.
Yes. Yes, I know. I'm a huge fan of Andrea's accent. I can't even tell you.
Thank you. You're so kind, my friend.
Yes.
Thank
I know
you.
I have one too, but I don't know. I found yours really, I don't know.
As long as I'm
Really,
understandable, that's my main goal for now.
yes. 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 Oh, oh my gosh, no. It begins. I wish I could get away with that one time. With what?
With
Uh,
the not giving anything, just having
mm,
a good time. But why would you want to do that? Don't you want to have like
mhm,
an extraordinary relationship where you feel like a man that surprises his woman, and the woman is out of happy because you made her the best surprise? Like, I think deep
mhm,
down, even men really want to feel this feeling. But of course,
mhm,
it takes what it takes. It takes effort. It takes thought. It takes
mhm,
to want to do things in the best way possible, and it takes
mhm.
it takes something. But
Yeah, it takes
it is
a.
worth it, I think.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. And I think thoughtfulness it's a very base of the best relationships and base of love, because when you truly love somebody, you want to give. When you are in love, when you have a crush on somebody, you are enjoying them and you kind of want to take. You want to take the inspiration, you want to take the energy, you're kind of, going a little bit wild, like you are just excited. But true love is actually when you want to give more than you want to take, and it's truly is a beautiful thing.
Yes, I
uh,
know the word tacaño.
what is that?
Tacaño is stingy in Spanish.
Yes. No mas.
No más. Not even the Spanish woman
Mm,
like tacaños. I don't know a single
no
woman that
pasaran.
likes it.
No pasaran.
Now the question is, how do you know the word?
Yeah, yes, how come you're familiar? Yes. How Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, yes. You know, you do have a very exotic accent, and guys, thank you for the intention. But it's interesting. Now we know stingy in Spanish, so that's that's we're reaching new levels.
Tacaño.
Mm-hmm.
No woman in the world likes them, including
Mm-hmm.
Spanish woman are and Hispanic woman ladies. I think it's an international thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
No.
so sometimes this mentality of, oh, we are gifting each other our time, it can come off as tacaño. And that is definitely something that a lady, even if she's very nice, and I admire simple woman, how you call it, and I love humility in people, um, and that's a great quality to have, but it has nothing to do with your true
Mm-hmm.
desires of a woman. You cannot change that. It's biology. We like to
Mm-hmm.
receive gifts from men, most of us, and it's nothing wrong with that. And it is not about money. I know it's true. There's all kind of people in the world, and some women they focus too much on the price tag of a gift, and
Mhm.
they are a little bit too much about that, and it's all about showing the gift on Instagram and look, I got a Birkin and things like that. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's done without malice. It's just a natural thing. Just like, I don't know, like a kid will be very happy about a gift he got on his birthday or her birthday. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that if you have a lady that is simple, make sure you don't relax too much, because maybe she's kind of simple, but she's still a
Mhm.
woman, and
Mhm. Yes. Mhm.
you should take care of
Yes.
her.
Yes, it's very true. And I think, generosity, I never met somebody who is a generous person and they're only generous with their time. I have never met a person who is only if they're generous like with financial things, if they're a great provider, they're generous to their mom, to their sister. If we're talking about men, I've never met a man who's truly generous and he is not generous in other areas with his time, effort, attention.
Exactly.
I think it's just a major thing. Yes, everyone in a different situation has their own specifics. Okay, so we're not here to disprove somebody, and you can. We just here to have. We actually having a bit of a Valentines because it's a great occasion for me to spend a little bit of time with one of my very best friends and discuss things. And so, yeah, I just love discussions. And I think, once again, that generosity of the heart, I don't know if you would agree with me. It's like being that friend or that um man or woman in somebody's life when you always find time for them, when you don't forget their special dates, when you sometimes think about their family, when you are offering, you don't just like say, oh well, if you need anything let me know. This phrase honestly makes an animal out of me.
I think every woman, it's so cringe to me
Hmm.
personally too. It's
Hmm.
it's it's the easy passive phrase to just feel like you just say something good, but it couldn't be more passive and more
Hmm.
fake,
Yes,
senseless.
I just think it's super fake, when people, when something is going on and you're like, yeah, if you need anything let me know. I think that a generous person is would show their generosity in many ways, in a ways of care, in a ways of being thoughtful. And to me, all these things, all the good things start from consideration and thoughtfulness, because
Mhm.
it's not, you talked about today in such a beautiful way when we had our previous conversation that um it really takes time to understand somebody and what they want. It's not just, because you have the means you just go get something. You can be so off with your gift. It takes true effort and desire, to make the other person smile.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, I think, the point of the gift, more than whatever object you get, it's that thought
Mm-hmm.
and this consideration and this appreciation and this
Mm-hmm.
love. When you care about someone, you learn how they are, what they like, and again,
Mm-hmm.
even if a person is simple and they are happy with simple lives, it doesn't take from, especially a woman, we tend to like surprises more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, it is always a nice gesture to um, do go the extra mile to make this your lady feel
Mm-hmm.
special and
Mm-hmm.
loved.
Well, especially when your lady truly is special, and she's special for you, but also that you are very lucky to have this particular woman A lot
Yeah.
of men, a lot of men dream about to have a very special woman in many ways, and not just recognized by them special, but like universally special. And then
Mhm.
when it comes to rewards and appreciation, they want to be average and mediocre and think that, oh, she will be satisfied. And I'm not even talking right now about um particular some things in particular, or necessarily material thing as it is, but I'm talking about when you are lucky to have somebody, or you have a chance to have somebody, and you completely screw it up because you're trying to behave with it as if nobody else is interested. A good woman, she's not gonna tell you, well, you either show me the effort, or you are gonna be last in line. But all it tends to be the same women that attract men. um and those men, that don't get selected, they are usually so upset, but they had all the time in the world to show their intentions, to make plans, to make special things for the woman. Like, they had all the time in the world to do things, but they chose to blame the woman for whatever. I don't know, do you know, do you understand what I'm talking about? I see this a lot.
Yes, yes. It's we live in a world that love excuses, and we forget that they are very easy to spot. Sometimes people put an excuse, and it's very obvious that it is an excuse, and everybody knows
Mhm.
but them.
Mhm.
So it is good always to be authentic, and to put effort. Sorry, I was reading the comments.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
um,
Yes.
but yeah, for example, Baritico, he said that I've learned to just do my homework on what the woman of my life would like as gifts. That is very normal, and that is
Mhm.
very healthy, very good. And when you love someone and you care about them, it's a normal thing to do.
Mhm.
So so yeah, and and then I was reading. So if I'm at the store, I shouldn't ask my partner if she needs anything while I'm there. I think if I didn't, then that will be by definition being inconsiderate. I don't know what this has to do with the topic. Of course, it's good to ask your lady if she likes something in the store. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
So I don't really get that. Um, so yeah, it's an
It
important
would be
part of
inconsiderate, but it's just not the topics that we were talking about. And yes, you should always ask. You're just being a gentleman, but we kind of, it's a slightly different to what we are discussing. I just want to say, I know you were a bit distracted. I know it's difficult to talk and look at the
sorry.
comments. It's crazy, but I see this very often with my coaching clients.
Mhm,
But I would say that many of my coaching clients, men that I was coaching, they would actually reach out to me because they knew that they finally met a woman of their dreams, and they really did not want to screw it up, to say it
mhm.
nicely. What and that's why, and some of them would tell me that they had a lot of pride to ask me for advice, and they would wait and wait and wait, and then finally reach out. And I would always say that, we're not coming with manuals, and I respect men who are professional, who are doing their thing. I absolutely understand that not every man knows all the etiquette and details, and especially if you meeting somebody who is from another culture, you just don't know, because it's very confusing. Now we have all these weird things going on here in
Yes.
US, and yes, I think that there is nothing wrong to reach out to somebody. We don't study relationships in school.
Yeah.
And mhm.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think some guidance is always good. The best businessmen in the world, they have their advisors, their coaches.
Mm-hmm.
For every area, when you go to the gym, you get a personal trainer if you want amazing results. So in relationships, with which is the most important aspect of our lives, I believe, for one of the most, um,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a lot of sense to learn about the dynamics of relationships, and especially if you're a man, about a woman. And so especially if it's a woman from a different culture, it is very useful. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not an awesome sister, but thank you. I used to love them.
I don't know. I have to check them out. I don't know.
Oh, but it's for your last name, I guess.
It could be, yes, it could be. I don't know. I have to. I've heard something, but I have to check them out. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Let's see. Do we have? I want to say hello. I don't know if some of the people are still here. Hey, KM. Hey, Christopher. Sunny. Hello. Yes. Welcome. Welcome everybody. And who's watching later? Who's gonna be watching later? Maybe in the comments, share some of your most maybe exciting and most disappointing events. When you were expecting something. I think that it maybe even comes from childhood, when you are a little girl, and you wait for Christmas or you wait for your birthday. I think it's when you have somebody who is thoughtful and that they trying to feel you, to understand you. It feels a little bit like you're going back to childhood, whether you had that, not everybody had that in their childhood, but I think it's just something romantic and something we all operate differently, I think, when we are a little bit excited rather than being a woman that's suppressing her feelings, suppressing her expectations so she doesn't get hurt on her birthday or on Valentine's Day or any other day of appreciation.
I think that's the
So,
case with many women in this country, for example,
mhm,
or in Western Europe. Women had to toughen up, and
mhm,
it's almost bad seen to have any kind of expectations. And I get it's not good to be entitled and have expectations, but it is also not good to don't have expectations when it comes to a good
mhm,
relationship or marriage. Why would you want a mediocre marriage feeling that you are uncared for? There's nothing to be proud of, not expecting nothing
mhm,
from a man, and a man from a lady too. But we need to understand that our expectations are different, and that is normal, that's natural. um
mhm,
I don't think it's normal for a man to expect a big gift from a lady. And so we have different desires, different needs, different expectations,
mhm.
and that is how we are made, by
Yes.
biology. It's a
Yes.
biological difference,
Mhm,
and I think so much confusion comes from that very basic, simple concept.
mhm. Yes, it's very true. They try to, change everything and recraft everything and redo everything. And I think the more they do it, the more miserable women become. Not only women, men too. I don't know. I really notice. I really wait. Sorry. I really noticed the correlation between the more confusion we have, the unhappier I think women and men become because
Mhm.
you doubt yourself and you don't know, or will she think I'm desperate? Some men who come really prepared and do nice things. Some women would say, "Oh, you're desperate," or something like that. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
seriously, because I coached so many men in all these years, and they
Mhm.
would ask me, Veronica, you sure I need to bring flowers for the first day? Uh, um, because if I would show up like this in some, with certain ladies I know here, they would think that I'm out of my mind, that I'm dressed nice, I'm going to a nice place, and I'm bringing flowers. Like they literally would think that you are desperate.
Yeah.
Uh.
But that is a misconception also. Sometimes men confuse being desperate with being a gentleman. Like
Mhm.
all ladies like gentlemen, but we don't like doormats, of course. But why is so
Mhm.
difficult to know the difference? I find it very obvious. So I think some men are confused on that, and sometimes they are not as nice just to don't look like a doormat. But we know the difference very, very easily. Everybody, I think, can tell when someone is just nice and polite and
Mhm.
do everything efficiently and well, or someone is a doormat. I mean, the doormat don't have confidence. You can tell him many things. He's too much. He doesn't almost have opinion for himself, and he's too um, worried about little things and about being liked. Whereas a man that is a gentleman, but is the kind that we like,
Mhm.
he's just very confident, and he doesn't care what anyone thinks, and he do everything efficiently, including some Valentine's Day. So it has
Mhm.
nothing to do with being a doormat to give gifts and be generous to a lady.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I completely agree with that. Yeah, it doesn't make you a doormat. It makes you a gentleman. But I do have to say that, there are ladies that never experienced, maybe they didn't have any standards and or whatever. It's also popular here that never had it, that are not all women are women of class. So some, because they never had it, they might think that. But I could never imagine thinking something like that. Seeing a man who is really trying to do something for you, I find it very, I don't know, I find it very comforting and healing, and also, I don't know, I can't explain the feeling when, as a woman, we feel when we have a man that is just have that natural leading quality, and he already thought about everything, he already organized everything. I just find it so attractive. I find this more like more more magnetizing than the thing that you actually going to get, or the
Exactly.
experience you're going to get. The
Mhm.
the idea that he thought about it, he ordered it, he figured out, maybe through your friends or your family, he made the research, like that. Is that the thing that just makes you feel loved, you know?
Exactly. And again, I think this also comes from the fact that we assume that if he does that
Like,
very well, he does everything in the same efficient way.
mm-hmm,
So he must be good at his business, his work, his
mm-hmm.
relationships, his fitness, his lifestyle in general. Because again, how you do something is how you tend to do everything.
Oh
So
man. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's just like I live by that because it is so true, and I have seen it in my own experience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Both cases totally it's totally like that. So yeah, I think some men are a bit confused on what is being
Mm-hmm.
doormat or whatever it's called here. Um, and what is being a man that does everything the best the best he can and efficiently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I also think the doormat is completely something different than a man that's kind of have that leader quality, and he knows what he's doing. He has that confidence, and he wants to know. The problem with many is they're not trying to know, and then they either not doing it or start to ask you or blame you, and then a lot. I think man is responsible. uh he has his responsibility to keep the woman interested, meaning that if the woman is losing interest or trust to you, that is not that is not your fault.
Yeah.
You can't accuse a woman of losing trust, or losing interest to you. You can't accuse her in that, because it means that you are lacking something. Maybe she's not right for you, number one. Maybe you're just not a match. But you can't accuse her of not wanting spending time with you or not be interested in you. That means that if it happens every single time, it means that you need to change something.
Mhm.
That you need to change something. And the if a woman does not want to give you an exact direction what to do. I don't know if you ever had this in your practice as a matchmaker, when you have a client and he just wants to have a blueprint, or even worse, he asks a lady, so what does it take to get you, what it takes to get you on a date, or what it takes to make you mine. It's like, yes, I get it, but it's like you trying to get. First of all, there are certain things you may think but you never say.
Exactly. First rule of
But
life.
yeah, but to me it's like, okay, give me a shortcut. I don't even want to be bothered, and I'm gonna try to be with you. Tell me how the way quickest with the lowest investment I can be with you. That's how I read it. But I have been consulting men for a long time, but I want to ask you as a matchmaker, uh how do you feel about men like this, and do you even work with men like this? And
Yes, well, by the way, for anybody new, I have a matchmaking agency for people with traditional values, so masculine men and feminine ladies. And so I think, and touching on what you were saying as well, that
mhm,
is, we are not talking about these topics to argue or to make a point, a woman against men or anything like that. We try to remind society in general, or natural instincts are, and predispositions, and how we are made of, and what our
mhm,
differences too. So I completely agree. I think it's good for a man, if he's frustrated in any way. It's good to consult with an specialist about that. But the worst thing a man can do is to ask a woman what to do, because
mhm.
that's
Oh.
not. We like to look up to men. There's a term about it. I don't know if it's hypergamy. It can be within the spectrum, but we like to look up to men.
Mhm.
And yeah, we don't like to feel we are their mom or their teacher. This
Yes.
kills a lot
Of
the
attraction and
attraction. Yeah,
yes,
it
and
does. It's not
respect.
natural. It's not how it's
Mhm.
supposed to be. So I think a man should figure it out by himself, or with some help. Um, yeah, they can consult you too,
Yes.
but it's not a good idea to ask a
Mhm.
lady what to do, and especially when it comes to um so what do I have to do to make us exclusive, or to make you my girlfriend, or that comes off so much as, please tell me the quickest, fastest, cheapest, whatever way to secure you,
Mhm.
and I don't want to even think about it. Just tell me and save me the time. And
Mhm.
you don't push things like that. It's not, and then you make the woman in an uncomfortable situation, because we are not
Mhm.
meant to be explaining anything to a man. A man should know how to do these things by
Yes.
himself.
100%. When I could not stress it enough. I completely agree with everything that you shared. Um, and I'm gonna read some of the comments. Hi, Aaron. Great to see you. Hi, broadcast Dave. And everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I think that that defeats the purpose. When you see a man asking you how to gain your trust, how to win you over, uh, the whole point is that he takes initiative and he shows you things, and you do look up to him, like authority to in certain ways, you know. It's such a relief. I feel like, you know, we have, as women, we have our vulnerabilities, and we always can use protection and somebody that we can rely on, because, you know, we are all adults, we're taking care of ourselves in everyday life. But before we have somebody, you know, before we coupled up or married, and when you are with a man, and he is asking you these things, it also tells you that he is extremely lazy and unwilling to take initiative. He's unwilling to put his best foot forward. He is unwilling to, even if he never met anybody like you before, because you know, there are certain women that have well, they have certain specifics that you maybe dream about, this kind of woman that is, you know, feminine and smart and educated. You know, there is something about her. You know that she is special. You just don't put yourself down. You don't emasculate your own self in order to to ask you. You're basically asking her for a tutorial, and this is, if ladies are listening to me, this is the worst situation, because sometimes the man doesn't even have any intentions. He just basically wants you to tell him what you want, so he will do it in order to get you. But he doesn't want to be bothered, and he will only do certain things because you said them. I think
Exactly.
that men know exactly what to do when they meet a woman that they don't want any other man to have.
Absolutely. It is the fastest, laziest route. And it can, yeah, again, when you are asking
We-
a woman, what do I need to do? It really emasculate you. It's the worst thing one of the worst things you can
Mhm.
say, because it's not that
Mhm.
difficult to figure it out. And again, it takes time and effort and a thought. So absolutely true.
Andrea, you became Mexican. All
I
right.
love Mexican food. I wouldn't be surprised if I have some.
Yeah. Oi.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
a call, but I think it's fine now.
Okay. Oh, I
So
forgot to put a not don't disturb. Oh man. Well, but it's kind of late. Uh, Aaron is saying I look up to Veronica. Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate it. Um, I think that I hope that you've learned a lot of things. Andrea, come back.
sorry, I think
You,
it's the call. Yeah.
you scared me. Don't leave me. I love Kiev. Yeah, I know that you do. Yeah, so what else? Do we have anything else that we want to share about this topic? I think that, you know, sometimes you just need to be able to spend the and all those difficult questions can be answered. People really, if you observe, you can understand them. You can truly understand them if you are present. I think most people right now, one of the non-tangible gifts that people forget to give each other is actually the gift of presence. You know, when you go out on a date and you're not on your phone, you're not checking your
Oh yeah.
phone,
Exactly.
or
That's
yeah, you just spend all of this time, like all of it, just completely in the moment, you know. And you actually listen, because, you know, when you listen you will have all your answers, you know. But you really connect, you listen, you listen, you read between the lines.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of mm, doubts on what to do. It comes from that. Actually, you made a very good point. That
Mhm.
sometimes people are not present, especially now with the phones. It's very unusual that someone is not constantly checking their phone and thinking more about that than the moment. And this affects relationships too. And it affects the how fast or slow you get to know the person you are with. That is a very good point. It's true.
Hmm. Yes, my darling.
Someone asked, "What do
Oh,
you think of Spanish men?" No comment.
oops. Oops. Why, Andrea?
um, well, just like in the US, I guess, Western European countries are very, they have lost touch with biology, we can call it. So men are very much like, um, the men and women pretty much act the same. And as we know, that doesn't really work. It's not natural, and it doesn't benefit anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I read the percentage of divorce in Spain. Uh, right now it's 86%, which is crazy. It's the second highest divorce rate in the world
Oh,
after, I don't know which other country, but
yeah,
I think after Portugal, which is next to it. So it is.
yeah. Arrivederci, Antonio Banderas.
Well, but I think he
You
lives in
killed my
Hollywood.
dream. Ah,
I think he lives in Hollywood, but
doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't
I
matter.
always felt, I always felt that, when I was in Ukraine, I was working in a big tourist agency, and I had people who traveled to Kiev, Ukraine. I was working there and communicating with them, and Spanish men were such gentlemen. Or maybe the gentleman, like it's like their representative is gentleman. I don't know. I mean, I love Spanish culture. I love like flamenco. Oh, I like all this stuff so much. I like the passion. I like the music.
Hmm,
I love the architecture. But
yes,
maybe
I
in the
mean,
smaller towns, men are more conservative and more masculine. Maybe it's just a
of
big
course,
town thing.
yeah. The traditional Spanish man is very masculine and very
Yes.
hot-blooded and very masculine, but and as you said, in little villages, it still remains more like that. But in the big cities, it's a mess right now.
Wow.
It's
I'm I'm
because
saddened to hear that.
Spain is a very progressist country, and
Mm,
everybody tends to think the same at the end. It's very,
wait,
I don't want to get into politics, but
yes.
everybody,
Let's not.
um, it's a, yeah, it's a very socialist country, and it's a very nice country in many ways, but most people think mm, a little bit the same, and the general values are being a little bit distorted by
Mhm.
all for this feminist movement, and yeah, no one commits to anybody anymore. um
Yeah, I
it's
can hardly imagine that, honestly,
mhm.
because it's so opposite of what it used to be. But
Yeah, exactly. It was
mhm,
what happened in Spain. It was a bit a boomerang effect, also created by politics from the past. But
mhm,
it went from a very traditional Catholic country to the complete opposite in the span of 30
yeah,
years, which is it's
that
a lot,
is
but it changed so
that is
much.
insane for me to hear that. But I remember you shared that with me before, so I guess I have no reason not to believe you. But you know what? I might have to go to Spain to make a research because it's my dream.
Yes.
Spain is one of my dream countries.
Oh, we will go together. I cannot
Oh
wait.
man. I would go. It would be a dream come true. It would be an absolute dream
Yes.
come true.
No,
So,
it's a beautiful
um,
country. And lots of Kamala Thai voters in Spain. Yes, exactly.
what? No. Okay, okay. Let's let's go back. Andrea, I think Craig. I don't know, Craig. Are you still here? Asking you about your matchmaking agency. I don't know. Let
Oh
me see if
yeah,
I can type. I wish I would have my. One second. I wish
that
I would
would be
have my
great.
other computer.
Well,
Yes.
the agency is called traditionalcourting.com.
Mhm.
So traditionalcourting.com, and It's a matchmaking agency only for people with traditional values that believe in the traditional gender roles and good old values like our grandparents had. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a tailor-made service. Everybody's screened and vetted for to make sure that they all have the good old traditional values. And yeah, we are
Mm-hmm.
here to help you. We have different services, but our main one is the matchmaking service. And um, if we don't find you a match, we give you the money back. So um, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you are all very welcome to come join. You can register without any commitment, and it's free to register. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you would be working with Alinочка or Andrea. It's her name is Andrea Lina, but we call each other different. Sometimes I call you Alinочка in our way, but you will be working with Andrea Alina directly. And
Mhm,
I might supplement with a few things along the way,
mhm,
but yes, you will be working with Andrea, and maybe maybe it's time to try something different. I think that there is so much confusion right now in the dating world. With all the um so many try to reinvent the wheel when sometimes you have to go and understand sometimes you have to go in and use what works.
mhm. Yes, I think the dating apps and the dating culture as it is nowadays is not being very it has some success stories, but in general I think it's not really working for so many people. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
very frivolous, and it's not very intentional. And there's all kind of people for all kind of things, but I know the kind of relationships I believe in, and the best relationship I have seen personally are the ones that follow the traditional
Mm-hmm.
values. And it's a series of values and beliefs and respect for the other person that you don't see often nowadays. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing to try and go back to the good old couples and marriages and relationships in general, where men are gentlemen, women are ladies, everybody's courteous and polite, and have good values, and
Mm-hmm.
masculine men and feminine women. I think that is a big one. So.
Yes, I think so too. It's just so natural. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Yes, I
Mhm,
understand that for some people maybe it's not their cup of tea, but I think this platform is for common sense, for logic, for things that come naturally without have to, we don't have to color our hair, in purple and try to prove somebody something. We are kind of stick with the classics. I love classic fashion. I like classic values, and so is Alina with her business. And you know that, yes, these things they worked for so many decades, centuries, and yes, of course, we all evolve. But I think most people crave some clarity and stability, and who wants to knows who wants to have low class approach, and low class, I don't know how would you call low class relationships, like low effort things, like why would you want to
current
waste.
common nowadays
What was that? Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah,
unfortunately, this is the norm nowadays. It's just um, unmeaningful ones.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's
A
so
young lady.
so nice to read. Bob got
Yes.
he said he's short, but he started broke, work hard, and be married for 16 years tomorrow. And I'm sure he takes care of his lady. Um,
Yes.
um,
Hey, Bobcat. Good to see you again. Thank you. Uh,
and congratulations.
welcome. Yes. Yes, and this is so interesting. I love that you mentioned this. You said that you are really short. You're not a tall guy, and here it is. It's really people. Sometimes men put themselves like on an invisible crutch and say, "Well, I'm short anyway," or "I'm not handsome anyway," or "I'm this anyway." The thing is, the true thing about men, you can be 5'6", and in our eyes you can be 6'2", because of the way you are taking care of us, because it's the way you reassure us, because of your drive, because you don't find excuses and say, "Oh, my woman doesn't really need anything," or "Oh yeah, she's so natural," you know uh
So simple.
yeah.
She's so
But
simple.
yeah, she's so simple, and I mean, things happen, right? But we are simple and complex at the same time. But I tell you what, it costs a lot to to look beautiful, natural. At the very least, is being with a man that does not stress you out, that does not drink your blood, does not make you cry. I'm not even talking about any facial and like surgeries, God forbid, or any special procedures. Most women look very tired and prematurely aged, and they don't have any spark in their eyes because they manlet, yes, like a starlet manlet, yes, because they didn't quite marry a man. They married a problem, and he's sometimes helping them to solve these problems, but mostly a lot of men put a lot of hardships on their wives' shoulders. And so I love men who realize, okay, maybe I didn't win genetic lottery, maybe I'm not super handsome or super tall, but you know what, I'm gonna put hard work. And the respect that the woman give you when you are self-driven, when you have goals, and when you try to make her feel beautiful, and you you take pride in it. You will never have a problem to be with a woman if you have strong character. Your She will see you completely different. She will see you as a strong and powerful. So
Yeah,
I love that, Bobcat.
men are lacking that way. It's not about looks for men. It's about being masculine. To put it in brief, it's you can feel so much attraction to a man that you didn't feel any attraction at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
based on looks, only for the way he behaves and how he acts and how masculine he is. That's really what matters the most. So we appreciate hard work so much, and dedication, and the capacity to focus on important things and make them happen. And yeah, these things are what matters the most in a man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, very true. And thanks for sharing, and I'm very happy for you.
Yes.
I'm very happy for you and your family. That sounds amazing. And it's just, life have so much to offer. And especially, I think, to those courageous men, they always finish well. They always do well for themselves.
Mhm.
Um, Best thing you can do when you're dating is just to be yourself. Don't change and don't try to change your partners. There is someone for everyone. Some people are compatible, some are not. I agree with that, but I also think that life requires growth. When you are sometimes, saying, "Oh, I'm just love me as I am." I think only our mothers love us as we are, honestly. They
Yes,
say
I agree.
the face only mom can love. But yeah, I think in general I agree that sometimes the relationship, everything should not be a battle. You should not be battling everything.
Yes, and there are compatible people and
Mm-hmm.
very incompatible people. So it is so important to detect that at the beginning. That's another thing that this modern dating apps have. Most people they talk about their hobbies and then they want a woman or a man with the same hobbies as if that even matters instead of sharing their values and what's really meaningful and important to them in a more um, deep level. So yeah, it is very important to find someone's core values very early on to see if you are compatible or not. But as you said, sometimes going too much with this mentality can mean that someone doesn't want to change or someone doesn't want to improve, and yeah,
Mhm.
um it's good, this mentality, unless you use it to as an excuse to don't improve yourself, then that's not good.
Yeah, a lot of it, just too many people in my practice, say, yeah, that's just the way I am, It's like, well, yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah,
Sometimes when you also want some specific kind of a person, sometimes you need to elevate yourself, or you definitely can find somebody who match you. But very often in my practice of consulting in relationships, or very often men want somebody who actually do not match them, who is completely out of their league, and this is where you need to know that you will have to put some hard work. It could be worth it, and probably is worth it, but you can't. That's I talked about this today, that you can't be wanting somebody who have all these other options and who is highly sought after. I'm just going to say how it is, and you do the bare minimum effort, and then you are offended that she didn't choose you. A woman doesn't have to choose you. You are competing with other men that could be in her, you know around her, and it's normal. You don't have to worry about them. You just have to worry about your leaderships. Most men cannot lead nowadays, so if you know how to lead in small way and big way, you are already on top of it. Just don't get mad at the woman if she didn't choose you. It means that you were not at the level. It's has nothing to do with anything else.
yeah.
um Hi everybody. Oh my gosh, so nice to see you guys. I'm gonna let Alinочка read some comments and maybe share some thoughts. I want to put some information in the chat.
Mhm.
um if you guys enjoy our
Ram.
talks, I'm going to just 1 second. I'm gonna put a couple of links if you guys want to support the channel, if you want to request topics, and so on. I'm gonna put some links since I am on the bad side of YouTube right now, and we're trying to change this. So your likes, your comments, your shares, I appreciate it, and your support of the channel also. So zip. I'm gonna let Alinashka read some comments.
So Ram wrote, he said, I wish Midwest American women will learn from Ukrainian women. Most American women want to control their man, as men don't want to be controlled. Yeah, that is true. That is something I think very um, inside any man. Men don't like to be controlled. Um, so that's why what we were talking, that it's very important to, since the beginning, figure out how the other person is and if you are compatible or not. Because
Mm-hmm.
in this field, I think there is no right or wrong. Because some people are okay with certain things, some others are not okay with things like the man going out on a Saturday night with his man friends and the woman staying at home. Some people have no problem regarding that, and I don't really think there is right or wrong, but it has to be, both sides have to be on the same page regarding that. That's my opinion. But and of course, it's never right to be extra controlling. This puts off everybody, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So everything with moderation. Um, I think that's the key, and to be on the same page. So um, yeah, I think some American women are have become, unfortunately, in a lot in their masculine energy, and I think when a woman is too controlling, she has too much masculine energy in her, And but this can come from other things too. So if you are treating her like a lady and like a woman so that she can relax and feel confident that you take care of her and you appreciate her, maybe she becomes a little bit less controlling. um, Bobcat, he says sometimes men will go after the friend rather than the person they are interested in because they don't believe in themselves. Yeah, I mean, yes, sometimes men will go after anything. That's not so true. But I guess so. I'm not sure about that. But if that's the case, what do you have to lose? I think it's important as a man to be confident and go after what you want. So that yeah, and I agree. I think I've seen that before, but I think we our requirements as women, some men like to complain and say it's too complicated. I read some comment like that before. But what is wrong about trying to be a better man and try to become the best you can, like the best financially, the best in terms of social skills, in terms of your health, your every area of your life. I think is something very good if you think about it. Um, woman, we are very how is the word now? I don't have it. We are very valued for from our looks, and so the looks, you have them or you don't, it's quite more superficial, and we don't cry about it. It is what it is. So but a man, he can always improve and be the best man amongst
Mhm.
all if he put the effort and work on it. So I think that's very good for men.
Mhm. Yes, you have if if you don't have if you don't look like old came from old Hollywood, like you don't look like a fashion model, you can do a lot of things that it strictly depend on your character, on your effort. Women also, we can change our appearance and stuff like this, but sometimes, you can't, and it's a question of a lottery. But I believe that there are also things that women can do to be more pleasant, more attractive. It's interesting because a lot of ladies who develop their inner femininity, they often end up with very good men because they don't mind that they don't look like supermodels. They feel the warmth and femininity. Of course you need initial attraction, but there are always way. I think it's about us being creative with the cards we are dealt with. We just only have one what we got.
Yes, yes, but it's yeah, it is true that men should feel very empowered and not intimidating or frustrated because it's kind of a lot in their plate. Because actually that's a great opportunity to become the best man you can be, and
Mhm,
you yourself is the man himself wins the most out of trying to do that. Not just the
mhm,
lady, but it's also for him.
mhm. Hey, Edward is saying brains of a beauty. It's for men or women.
I'm not sure if I
Mm,
believe it for men. I
mhm.
mean, for women.
Yeah, well, you know what? Actually, if a woman is very smart, she can become beautiful. This is, I'm not saying somebody who is born with some disorder. I'm saying if you're just a normal looking woman, if you're really smart, you can become magnetic and beautiful. Because you
Yeah.
can you can generate and cultivate, and you can also, get your best angles. A lot of women I see, they look unattractive or not put together, and they think they're unattractive, but they just don't want to put any work. Because guys, here is another thing I want to say about gifts before I forgot. Just the fact alone that the woman, before she goes on a date with you, she has to put herself together, her hair, her makeup, her dress. It's, if you would only know some of the feminine women that you think are natural and that you enjoy, if you would only know how many hours going and to look naturally beautiful. It's also effort. Look what the lack of effort done to women. I live in Midwest, I live in Michigan. We have some areas where people are, more elevated, near some universities. Yes, we have some areas where people are put together, but 80% of it is not. When I just came to Michigan, people used to stop me at the store and ask me if I was like an actress or how did I end up here. Like it's just, but for me, in Ukraine, in Kiev, for example, I don't, you just dress every single day. And I wasn't trying to, I don't really like excessive attention when I'm outside, but I could not understand um, why people don't take any pride in their appearance. But it's also, it takes effort. It's much easier to roll out of bed and just plop outside and, and roll in your vehicle. Eh, like your house on fire, because that's how I would look. I told everybody, if you see me undone in in pajamas in my car, it means that I have pneumonia and my house is on fire. So but seriously, this is what of lack of effort done. And I feel bad because I see a lot of younger girls that I think are beautiful. I see different women, but a lot of women complain that, oh, after 35, after 40, we are invisible, nobody sees us. And I want to say, no, nobody sees you because you put no effort in yourself, because you roll around in a men's clothes that you found on the floor, or of your organizer, of your, in your cabinets, that you find in your closet, and you just like, well, you wait for special occasion to do your hair, to put nice clothes on. And yeah.
And also their attitude sometimes it gets old. Like they are complaining about life, they are more negative, they complain
Mm-hmm,
about men all the time, they are low energy and things like that. So all of
mm-hmm,
this makes you feel less
mm-hmm,
attractive. And it's not about the age, which is a number. It's about
mm-mm.
you going along with this age. They even complain
Yes.
that they are old. So of course, what you say, you end up creating in your life.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is, yeah, it's, you can never say. I when I see a woman here, I don't know if she's 25, 45, 55. I don't know, because she's like, let me. I have my beautiful fur, but like she's literally like
Love
this
it.
in her hoodie. Like, how do I know how old is she? Like, I don't know. And there is like this, wrinkled, what is it, how you call this? Wrinkled hoodie and jeans, like, I don't know, weird design, but yeah, it's like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And the thing is, I dress up also every day. I want women to see it and to feel really good or really bad, so the next days they look better. I'm on a secret mission to uplifting Midwest.
I love it.
I love
Yes.
seeing beautiful women. When you
Yeah.
feel good about yourself, you will not get upset if you see another beautiful woman. You actually feel like, oh, we probably have something in common.
Yeah, you feel inspired because beauty is inspiring. We like it since we are babies to see beauty, and I don't know, it's just pleasing to the eyes. It's inspiring, and you can also
Mm-hmm.
get inspiration for yourself. If it's something that you can also learn from. But it's just beauty is nice for everybody, and it should be celebrated and created when possible. So I
Mm-hmm.
think will it, yeah, like when I see clips of videos from people even like in New York or on the um 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s, and I see the way people were dressing, just imagine how beautiful will be to live in this world where everybody's so well dressed and so elegant, everybody's so polite. um
Mm-hmm.
and this wasn't that long ago at all. This is my grandparents' time. So um yeah, my grandma completely agree with this. She's always telling me because it's yeah, I don't understand what's the the point
It's a
of
big
dressing
deal.
with baggy clothes and the hoodie and all of
Mhm.
that, and I don't know. I like to make
Yeah.
our world beautiful. That is actually what we. Now this looks so cute in you. First of all, because it's you, and also because it's your beautiful fur.
Yes, but
But
you know,
unfortunately, it doesn't look like that in the supermarket here.
yeah, well, yes, but yes, thank you so much. But I was even I was even trying to, like most people, they just walk, they just like this, and
Yes.
especially in winter, one of the reasons why I love I love having my glamour first shop is because, I inspire women to look nice in winter. A lot of states have cold winters, and winter is one of my favorite times because, you can wear your beautiful furs. And if you hadn't seen, I made a video. I probably will make it, maybe put it on my Patreon. I was just walking around and talking yesterday, and I was enjoying the snowfall and my beautiful white fur. It's like, you don't have to dread things. You
I know.
know,
I
you
love that
can.
video, by the way. It looks so beautiful, and I look your town is so charming.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yes, when you have, um, when you Bobcat is upset because Bobcat is a rare fur. Well, yeah, I just love beauty, and Bobcat. With all due respect, we are from Eastern Europe. We must wear fur. It's like it's in our DNA. It's like people in Alaska. So, but everybody has their preference. I think fur can be very beautiful and is very, very warm. I wore this
Mhm.
big white fur. I think you were on my broadcast yesterday, and it was so cold you don't even know, and it was blowing snow, and not a soul outside. You were worrying about my safety. There was not a living creature except for me, and I had the best time in the world. So yes. um let's see. I think the fake fur is very unattractive in general. Aaron, I have this dream. I don't know if I will ever do it. And I think like there is plenty of channels on YouTube that teach elegance and femininity. But sometimes when I look at the women here, I feel really sorry that they will never live through the experiment of feeling feminine and beautiful and enjoying it. That I want sometimes to open a channel. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. Maybe one day I will do it. But to be honest, there are an abundance of channels right now and information for women who can transform their quality of life. Literally, with dressing better, you can transform your entire life. It's a ripple effect, because you start treating yourself like you found yourself. Uh, well, I don't want to say where. Mm. To me, a woman at first seems to be out of my league. In America, if you see a woman at first, she's rich and wants people to know it. Could be, but it used to be that everybody, it was a classy way to wear fur. And I don't know. I feel very comfortable wearing my furs. And the thing is, um, I think we need to bring that back.
I
Yes.
agree.
Ramrod, you have to get over that. If you watch my channel, you know.
There is
But
something so luxurious and feminine about wearing furs.
mhm,
It's
you
nothing like
know, yes. Hmm. Yeah, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I again, I don't really argue about taste. If somebody likes particular kinds of women, particular kinds of fur, you are welcome if you have different opinion. If you feel comfortable, I'm not gonna change mine, but if you feel comfortable, you are welcome. Some cultures compete over humbleness. Yeah, that's interesting. Yes. Well,
But
Um,
it's important to don't confuse humbleness with other things,
mhm,
because I think I know what he means. Um, and I come from a culture that is praised to be humble, but this has nothing to do with being stingy. So you can be very humble and not stingy at all.
mhm.
Um,
It's hard to be humble when you're the best.
that's a funny saying. But I personally, and I know you do too. I like what's so called old low key people that um this I definitely don't appreciate stinginess and
Mhm.
anything like that.
Yes, I love the old money
Yeah.
style. I like old fashion values, but I think they're just values that are classic and make sense. And I think, I want to say something about being stingy. You have to just align with what you like with your future wife. For example, you have to align because otherwise it's gonna be very painful relationship. But in general, if I was a man, if I was born as a man, I would never be a stingy one. Yeah, I tell you why. Because a stingy man is a man that doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't believe that he can create resources. He doesn't believe that he could be resourceful, and that's why he's trying to cut. And he cuts everywhere. He doesn't give, and because he doesn't give, he doesn't grow.
It's a
Sometimes we
scarcity mindset. Sorry.
Yes, yes, you are all like this. And the thing is, you grow when you invest.
Hmm.
You invest in your growth. You invest in your family. You support your mother. You do things for people that you love. And men who are investing in the woman they're with the time, effort, and finances, usually they are the men that grow the fastest because they have the intrinsic motivation. Very often, when the man lives alone, he's not always that motivated, or maybe he's motivated like in one area. But when you have a whole human being and maybe then more humans to come, you have that intrinsic motivation, you have that fire in you. And a woman creates a desire. She wants to, oh, I would love to see Paris, or I would love to see Costa Rica, or I would like to see the waterfalls. When the woman has this desire and she's so excited about it, you kind of get the virus for living, because we are more emotional, and you want to be with a woman that wants a lot, because it stimulates, it kind of gets this fire, this juiciness to life, rather than just, okay, we come, we get up, we go. It's like, that's why most people you look at, they died already, they just still walking, but they're dead. And therefore, you want to be with a woman that have a lot of desires. It also keeps you very young, keeps her very young, because her eyes are shining and she's excited. It's like a motor, like an
Yeah.
engine. Yes.
We are meant for that. Literally, our brain cells, if they don't get stimulated, they die. We are made to improve and to do something big in our lives. There's absolutely nothing wrong about it. So, yeah, I think that that should be a huge motivation for men instead of a weight on their shoulders. It's all depend on how you see it and how your approach in life, how positive and go getter you are. And we
Mm-hmm.
definitely like go getters. That weren't his survival in years ago, and a good life nowadays. So it's actually very good to be a go getter and to be ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's confused with being materialistic, and I think sometimes it gets confused. Sometimes it gets used as an excuse um, for men that are not ambitious. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, big difference.
Yes. I just think that it's so inspiring. You know, would you also have a woman that just like, you know, she's lifeless and she's like, okay, I guess, you know, she's just tired. She's, you know, she just wait till night comes? Or would you rather have a woman that is excited about everything and she's looking at you like you're a magician, you're making things happening, but your presence gives you the energy and comfort and other things that you need. So it's always an exchange. And you know, when one person is not getting what they want, this is where things fall apart.
Exactly.
um, yes, but nothing can change the um, nothing can replace the energy of a woman, the smile of a woman. Not nothing, you know, you can't get it from your bodies, people you drink beer with. That's why actually most people have addictions, because they don't have something that keeps them feeling alive. They're not doing anything
Exactly.
extraordinary. They're not excited about anything. And that's why it's kind of like autopilot every day.
Yeah, when you are not growing, you are dying. It's one way or another. So
Yes. And
there's
no
absolutely
woman,
nothing wrong. Sorry.
sorry, I just want to say, and no woman wants to be with a sad sack.
No. That is so true. Why would you want to be unhappy in this life? Life is very short to waste it being complaining and unhappy and twisting everything in a negative light and finding a problem in everything. And oh, I would like to do this bad this or bad that, all problems. And seeing you can always see a negative in any situation, even if it's so positive. You can always twist it and see it in a negative light. And some people that do that, and some men, to me, they are extremely unattractive. It's the opposite of a go better. It's a go don't get anything ever.
Mhm.
So
Yes, yes, very, very true. I
I don't
am,
know why, Veronica. I hear the echo of my voice since a little while ago. I'm not sure if it's something to do with my audio or yours, but now I hear my echo.
I hear very, very light, barely noticeable, but I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we are going to be wrapping up anyway because it's getting a little bit late. It's guys, we
Oh,
had
wow.
so many technical things today, but we've been planning to come on live. I'm gonna read a couple of more comments and we're going to be wrapping up. So guys, if you want to connect with Andrea or Andrea Alina or Alinочка, you can reach out. Please tell them your website again, or I can maybe write it. I can try to write
Yeah.
it.
The
Traditionalcourting.com.
traditionalcourting.com is again
Mm-hmm.
a matchmaking company for
Mm-hmm.
only for people with traditional values. So men that
Mm-hmm.
believe in masculinity and women that believe in being feminine and that want a
Mm-hmm.
meaningful relationship with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So the opposite of the current dating culture.
Yes, we're
um,
gonna maybe make some videos about, some currently current situations. But yes, I think it could be interesting for those people who want to try something different. I think the dating culture app. It's not that you cannot meet somebody on a dating app. You absolutely can, but the culture is different. It's very difficult to find. It's very difficult to find people of certain class, of certain values. It's possible, but it's difficult.
mhm.
I think somebody is asking, are the girls in Ukraine?
It is international, so if a client is interested in Ukrainian ladies, of course, we have a very big network worldwide. So yes, it's up to the preference
Yeah, a
of
lot of them are
clients.
not in Ukraine, but they are Ukrainian. You know that a lot of people and ladies had left, and they are actually looking
Mhm.
for, they looking to be coupled up. Um, some are here, some in Florida, some still could be still in Ukraine, but some ladies want to leave. So yeah, it really depends.
Mhm.
Hopefully, things will change soon, and we will have a better circumstance.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna read a couple more comments and maybe drop a couple more links again. Yeah, guys, so if you enjoying our interviews, maybe we'll do some more. Please show some appreciation, put some comments, some likes, and if you want to go extra mile, you can support my channel through my coffee site. I'll put it underneath the video. You can also see my PayPal link on YouTube channel. It really means a lot when I can tell that this content is interesting, so we can make some more things. This is very spontaneous, but it does take a little bit of time and effort, and we're looking to do more, especially if you are enjoying this. In general, I think some of my videos I'm going to be here, and some I think I'm going to put probably let's see, probably on my Patreon account. Let's see. So meanwhile, you can this video is still going to be here. So I think Aaron said that he would like to rewatch it. Um, that's very nice. I'm glad that you're enjoying it.
Someone
But
said that us men want a woman who appreciates what we do for the both of us instead of expecting things for themselves only. Um, yeah, I'm sure any lady appreciates the things that a man do for the both of you.
Mhm,
But this again, it doesn't exclude that a lady also appreciates something that you do for her. Why wouldn't she appreciate that?
mhm,
It's like not one thing or another.
mhm.
um,
I think that goes without saying,
yeah,
honestly. Like, you know what I mean? I think that goes without saying that it's always an exchange. If you were to meet a woman that does not, you feel that, she may be not the one for you, because I think that it's very mutual, and when it's mutual, it feels good. In those relationships, you don't keep a score.
exactly.
And you feel that, I think the sign of a good relationship, to my opinion, is when you really feel uplifted. You most of the time you feel really stronger and you feel uplifted. You don't feel like you need to battle, you need to explain, you're gonna be misunderstood. You don't feel that your life force energy is drained. You feel that uplifted most of the time. You feel stronger, you feel more confident, feel more alive. And when you are having conflicts, because we absolutely having conflicts in this life, if we are serious, if we are genuine, at some point they're going to be conflict of interest. But when you have those conflicts, you really solve them. You really meant you really meant things. You don't wait for things to pile up.
Mhm.
And you don't measure, oh, I gave you this much, how much are you going to give me? I think it's just you go with that inner feeling, and you just fill up each other's cup, and truly is a beautiful thing when you
Yes,
start to have it, even that conversation, and I want you to do this, and you already know that it's not going to end well. So, how are you feeling, Alinочка? I'm so glad that you were able to join this discussion. It's just so nice to have a
yes.
guest.
I enjoyed so much. Thank you so much for making me feel so at ease and comfortable. The problem is that we could talk for hours, as usual. Just time flies, and it's always such a pleasure. So thank you so much, and thank you for everybody watching and commenting, and everybody's so kind in your channel. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the challenge, coming on, deciding to share and connect here on the live. I feel like we were going to just talk about some Valentine stuff, but really we talked about everything under the
Yes.
sun. And I would love to make more talks and more conversations. And I think a lot of times people don't have better lives because they assume things too fast. You just hear catchphrases and you make your mind and you don't try anything, or you like, oh, women are materialistic, oh, men are bad, and people have all these assumptions, and then nothing beautiful ever happens. So I
Mhm.
think it's nice sometimes to listen to discussions and kind of understand what really behind this. I think in the end we're all human, we're all vulnerable, and we want to be loved and understood. And absolutely despise channels and media that discourages people from living fulfilled life.
Yeah, exactly. It's an epidemic nowadays. There are many, many public figures and channels, some even podcasts, famous ones that they keep just discrediting the
Mhm.
opposite sex, and who is winning in that? No one. Men themselves are losing, and women too, obviously, and vice versa. When one gender is being criticized, the other one is getting affected too. It has to be a win-win, and both men and women have to admire each other and have a good opinion on them, and
Mhm.
not being so defensive and so confrontational. And no one wins at all. And yeah, men, women, and kids too, which is quite sad. So yeah, the focus should be on trying to become better, both men and women, and trying to understand the other uh, uh, gender, and yeah, and understand that we are very different in a beautiful
Mhm.
way. So
Yes, we are divinely different.
yes, thank
Yes.
God.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. I feel like the whole media factory is working to convince us that we are the same and that, women should strive to do things that men do. Yeah, it's not gonna happen here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, my dear friends, thank you so much for joining. You see all the links. You have Alina's link, and also I can't write too much, but I wrote my email consultveronica@gmail.com. In case if you can't reach Alina, just reach out to me and I will connect you. Yes, thank you so much for supporting, for joining, for watching. We'll see you very soon. And I hope that you have most beautiful Valentine's Day. And your the if you already have somebody, I hope that you have most amazing day together. And if you're not, I hope that you spend that day in a good phase and focusing on the positive and how things can change and how you can learn how to do
Exactly.
better. Yes,
Exactly.
it never ends. Feel like this knowledge is never ends.
Mhm.
Uh, oh my gosh, CCGB, I'm sorry you're so late. But I hope that you will enjoy the video. Um, uh,
I think you are
well,
going. You are you going to save it, Veronica, your channel?
of course, I'm
Perfect.
going to save it 100%.
Hmm.
It's our first video with Alina on my channel. Oh, this is closer. Yeah, I am learning still, so and I want you guys to know that, when I share those insights from Eastern European Slavic wisdom, I don't share them to put anybody down. Not American women, not Spanish women. We are talking about the issues of the culture And the reason I'm sharing things and giving tips, because I want every woman to win. I want every woman to feel that she is beautiful, that she has something valuable, that she can use those tips. Like, uh, we can share some things and some wisdom where every woman can reclaim her power, her femininity. It's just that we still have more of that left in more traditional cultures, and therefore I'm sharing this because I want you to learn. I want you to apply it for yourself. I want you, no matter your age, your ethnicity, I want you to feel like, you know what, maybe I haven't really, you know, enjoyed my feminine side yet. Maybe I can discover a whole new person in me.
Yes.
So with that being said,
And men win
um,
too, of course, by doing that.
mm,
Men also win by normalizing that and supporting that.
mm-hmm. Yes, yes. I feel like we need to raise the society's standards of it. We need to stop, ladies. I understand that, yeah, it's really easy to walk around in pajamas, but this is so highly inappropriate. You know, I just think that is just insane. What's next? We're gonna be walking in what? We're gonna be walking backwards?
In
Like, I don't.
underwear. That's the next.
Yes,
Just look
yeah.
at the Oscars and the Grammys and all of that. I think
Oh,
that's coming next. Just literally naked.
yes. You know, that's another thing. I really want to do some commentary, and you know, maybe we could even try if I can figure it out. And maybe we can even, you know, comment on some things, because I really think that we need to make a better awareness and stop this disgrace.
Yes.
Yes, we need to raise the level of our society in every level, because uh in every area, because it's scary. You know, we have children growing up, and what they're supposed to look up to, you know, a woman that comes to Grammys and you know, and strip herself naked in front of everybody, while she having a man that's supposed to protect her, that she's married to. So it's like you married to a predator, and you are being exploited in front of everybody. And you know, some magazines say, oh wow, she is creative, you know. I think that we need to return to common sense and our elevate everything around us, elevate our lives and the choices that we make. So yes, I really am so passionate about this, and I know you are too.
Yes, I believe in making American great again.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we're gonna have two Slavic uh, women making
You have
America
to come
great
here to
again.
make it great,
Oh my
great
gosh.
again.
Yes. But you know what's funny? This is America. America consists, it's a melting pot. It
It
consists from
is.
so many people.
Mhm.
So yes, we must make it great again.
Yes.
Yes. Count me in. Yes, CCGB, of course. Sherry, I think you said Sherry. Your name is. I just think it's Shari or Sherry. You have to tell me which one is correct. Thank you. Let's get together again. Veronica's channel. Yes, you know what? I really want to have more friends, more people here, and yes, I would highly appreciate your support. Because that is encouraging for me and for us to get this show on the road. So
Yes.
anyway, without further ado, it's time for us to get our beauty sleep. We are dying.
Yes. That's essential.
Yes. Yes. Have a beautiful like, subscribe. Yes, CCGB. Thank you so much. Should I make you a moderator? You're such a good moderator on Jesus channel. I should make you a moderator. Let me make you a moderator real quick here too. Wait, let's see. Wait, let's see. Let's see. Wait, Ed as a moderator. Uh, Okay.
And I wish everybody to have a beautiful Valentine's Day tomorrow, even if you are by yourself. Just
Yes,
it's a
give
great
yourself some love.
opportunity. Yeah, it's a great chance to give yourself some love and take care of yourself. Have a cozy time. Maybe try to improve in something or
Mhm,
yeah, it's a nice day, even if you are by yourself.
mhm.
But if
Sometimes
you
it's
like
a
a
better day
lady, yeah.
when you're in a toxic relationship, if you ever been in one.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's a better day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Much better. But if you are interested in a lady, make sure that she knows that you are and that you put some thought and effort
mhm,
on her.
yes.
I promise it won't go unnoticed at all. It will count a lot.
Yes, they have right now this very famous, this very popular things. Those are personalized gifts, and I've seen people tearing up and being so excited sometimes from receiving even a simple gift, but something that is so you, and it has your name and engraving and a date. That's something, that's something very special,
Oh,
it's
Valentine.
personalized,
Hmm.
it's personalized, which means you thought about it not the night before, not 3 hours prior to the gift. You thought about it. Oops.
Oops. Now you're back.
Anyway, yes, anyway, yes, yes. I think it's so important to give a gift of presence, of attention, and and to think about it ahead and make it a very pleasant experience. Because I think I'm going to finish with this. I think that the biggest gift is for the person who actually brings the gift, for example, as a man, when you make a gift, how do you know that it's a right lady? When you make her a gift, you having more pleasure, more satisfaction from that gift that she does, because you are delighted to do that. You feel when you see her smile, when you see her laugh, when you see her having wings, when you see her excited, that gives you so much pleasure that you can barely handle it. This is how you know that is you are with the right lady, because gifting her feels, you literally feel double. It's a gift for two, and you feel double joy from seeing her just being elated, delighted, illuminated. So
Absolutely.
yes, remember that. And if you feel heavy, if you feel reluctant, maybe you are with the wrong lady, because she
I
does not
agree.
inspire you.
Hmm.
You can't force somebody to love you. You can only inspire somebody. So maybe she's not the one then, if you don't enjoy it.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, CCGB. I appreciate it. Wayne, good to see you. We are leaving, but you can listen recording. Thank you. Um, Merci beaucoup. Muchas
Bye.
gracias.
Muchas gracias, everybody.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Gracias,
Have a beautiful.
Veronica.
Oh, can you say that ending that you always say? I mean, or something similar when you send me a message. Um,
In
you know,
Spanish?
yes, uh-huh.
What do I always say? I don't even know.
You say like kisses from hugs from
Oh,
Sarasota.
yeah. Muchos besos y abrazos de Sarasota.
Yes, and всем привет из Мичигана. Спокойной ночи, good night, buenas noches. Всем привет. Mwah. I'll see
Bye.
you later, everybody. Have a beautiful Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Thank you and good night.